What's going on, everyone? My name is Marissa, and in today's video, we're going to realistically generate anywhere between $50 a day to $300 a day and beyond while generating an income online and living life on your own terms. Whether your goal is to leave your 9-to-5 job, to have no job, to be your own boss, to travel the world, to be location independent, then this video is for you. And speaking of 9-to-5, let's start a conversation in the comments. Where are you in your journey right now of having a 9-to-5 job and wanting to cross over into that land of entrepreneurship? Let me know. Have you left your 9-to-5 yet? And so if that's your jam, go ahead and smash that like button and let's get right to it. And this is probably number one out of all the ones that we'll be talking about today, and that is Kartra. Kartra is it's everything. It's a sales funnel builder. It is an email marketing platform. It is a place where you can host your digital courses. It's a place where you can host your memberships. It's all in one, hence the name, all-in-one business tool. And Kartra has been in my life since the middle of 2018 when it first launched. And I love the tool. My business would not be able to function without Kartra. So that's why I say it's my number one, because it hosts my email list. Right now, the company has over 25,000 leads in the CRM, or the customer relationship manager, meaning the part of Kartra which hosts all the names and all the emails of people that are interested in working with us and people that have opted into our different funnels. And so that's the email marketing piece of Kartra. Now on the sales funnel side, we probably have at least 10 different funnels. We have funnels where you simply opt in. You opt into a freebie of ours, you take a quiz of ours. There's other funnels where we have a webinar funnel, we have a pocket program funnel. So there's all kinds of ways to utilize the tool, but the important thing is that you have a tool like Kartra to utilize. And people ask me all the time, whether I'm on a podcast, a show, whether I'm doing an interview, like, hey, what is in your business toolkit? What do you use? And I talk to them about Kartra and I say, yes, it's the number one recommended all-in-one platform I use, because you don't understand how much money you're saving up front, because a lot of people think of the starting price of the beginning level of Kartra and it's $97 a month. Yes, that could be quite expensive when you're just getting started online. However, if you go the other route and let's say you get ClickFunnels as your sales funnel builder, you'll be paying $97 just to have a funnel builder. Nothing else, no memberships, no email marketing, nothing advanced like that. And so that could easily amount to, let's say if you add Kajabi, let's say if you're adding an email marketing service such as Aweber, GetResponse, ActiveCampaign, that could be a monthly bill of well over $200, $250. So that's why I say you can't go wrong with starting with Kartra, even if you're a newbie, because it's so user-friendly and it is all in one. You don't have to integrate anything else with it. You don't have to rely on Zapier. I don't know if you guys know what Zapier is, but Zapier is a tool that allows two different platforms to integrate when they don't have a direct integration. So I've used Zapier's between ClickFunnels and between other platforms, and it kind of sucks because it works, but only like 80% of the time. The other 20%, you're like, oh, it's glitchy, something's going wrong. It's like, well, it's not a native integration. So that's what's difficult about, Zapier and all that. So that's why I say, for simplicity, Kartra is the go-to funnel that I recommend. And so when you go into Kartra, when you first get started, what I love about it is that it's so user-friendly because they already have hundreds of beautiful pre-made templates of all the funnels. And there's all kinds. There's webinar, there's coming soon, there's like long form sales pages, there's short form sales pages, there's squeeze pages, landing pages. It's like funnel heaven, and so if you guys are interested in, trying out Kartra, there's a link in the description where you can try out for 14 days for $1. And if you do that and decide to keep it, there's a course that we offer, my team and I, it's called Funnels on Fire, and it helps you, walks you through step by step how to get your first funnel up and running with today if you wanted to. We walk you through building your first easy opt-in. It's not hard at all. You'll see once going through the steps, you don't need to be a coder, you don't need to be a website builder. This is for anybody. I have no coding experience, no website experience, so you can see all the details of the Funnels on Fire Kartra, all that in the link in the description below. And the other question I get about this app slash website is this necessary? Is this required? Like, yes, out of everything you're going to have when running a business, whether you're doing consulting, coaching, whether you're doing e-commerce, it doesn't matter what type of business you have, you are going to need a business tool or tools. You're going to need sales funnels. You have it. You have to have it. You're going to have your own list. You need to build up your traffic source. You can't rely on the traffic that's coming in through your social media accounts, the YouTube traffic, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, because guess what? Do you own those platforms? If you do, like, I mean, that's cool that you're watching my video, but I doubt you own those platforms. So it's like you have to find a way to get people off of social medias and into your CRM. And that's how you own your traffic. That's how you build up your most powerful traffic source that you'll ever have. And so, yeah, that's what I have to say about that application. And that, hands down, is probably the #1 tool that helps really, you're talking automation. That is what, out of all these apps we're talking about today, that's what helps automate my business as close as to 100% as it can get. Okay, so let's talk about a category now called online hosting / experiences. Back in the day, we all remember where we were so clearly when the pandemic hit and the World Health Organization was like, oh yeah, by the way, it's a worldwide pandemic. Everyone in quarantine, everyone to their house. You're like, wait a minute, wait, do I have enough groceries? Do I have enough toilet paper to survive this quarantine? Anyway, the point is, all experiences that were in person, all activities that, you had to go to a place and you had to be around a crowd just went down. And that means that the online hosting industry skyrocketed. And so I wanted to talk about a website called Airbnb, but not just Airbnb, but Airbnb experiences, where let's say you have a skill or a talent that you want to teach. Maybe you want to teach dancing, maybe you want to teach how to make cold brew coffee, maybe you want to have a workshop on how to meditate. All of these things are possible now, and Airbnb is really cool because that industry has also skyrocketed last year, or over the past year and a half, as we've been through the ups and downs of COVID-19. We've seen a skyrocket and increase not only in Airbnb experiences, but now that experiences are coming back out to life and we're able to leave our houses and actually participate. A lot of these people who had experiences in person now have both the option to have it online and in person. So it's really the best of both worlds. But I would highly suggest Airbnb experiences if you want to teach something or host some type of workshop online, and also a website called Symposium. And Symposium is a very similar idea to Airbnb experiences. You can teach and entertain people live from the comfort of your home or from the virtual comfortness. I don't even know what I'm saying. Is that even a word? But you get the idea. So those two websites for sure, if you're interested in hosting something or generating an income by sharing a skill or a talent to several people virtually. Okay, so the next application that we are talking about is Asana. Asana, hands down, is kind of one of those tools that's right behind Kartra as far as what keeps the company afloat. Life would not be able to happen without Asana. I don't know how I did life without Asana. Even way back in high school, I wish I would have had Asana to organize my homework, my sports, just everything. If you don't have a productivity tool, I highly recommend Asana. It's free to get started. You really don't need the paid version. Like I have it now just because my business, we use some of the different functionalities that it has, but you don't need it. You don't need to upgrade to the paid version of Asana. You can you can go to asana.com and start, your free trial today and start using the tool to organize the different categories of your life and of your business. And the cool thing about Asana is that it does have an application. So that right there is Asana, and I'm on Asana on the phone as regularly as I am on the computer. My team and I use it to communicate, to complete tasks, to see where we are in different projects. It's really a phenomenal tool. And as a matter of fact, in our YouTube course, Subscribers to Sales, which is our premium course that teaches YouTube going from zero, growing your channel organically, starting from scratch, and monetizing it and leveraging it to build your online business, the very first thing we teach in that course is asana and productivity, because anything you do in life and in business especially is all about your input versus your output and the income producing activities that you're able to do and focus on during the week. And that is why I can't stress enough about using Asana and incorporating that into your life. If you are interested in checking out our Subscribers to Sales course, I recommend you watch the free masterclass located in the description. I promise it'll be one of the most valuable 75 minutes of your life. And yeah, you can find out about our program, how we teach what we teach, how you can get access to me and my team, or oops, that's bad grammar. My team and I. So yeah, go ahead and check that out in the description. Okay, and so for the next 4 websites, we're talking about Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer, and Guru. And you may be thinking I might support these websites, but I'm here to say that they might not be the greatest option. Many people that I've talked to that have had writing gigs on these websites say that it is just a content mole and there's just so much content and jobs out there. So it is a little bit more difficult to climb your way up and get those ratings. It's not impossible. There's still people that do it every day. But the problem is that the market on these websites is pretty saturated. And what happens is you get paid, let's say $100. Upwork takes a cut of that. Your bank is going to take a cut of that. Then if you get paid with PayPal, they're going to take a cut, then transaction fees. And it's just so many fees. You're just like drowning in all these fees. It's like, what do you get left, or what's left after you get paid that $100? Maybe $50? I don't know, because I think Upwork and Fiverr take a 20% cut, which is crazy. That's so much money. So I'm just saying, if you've heard of these before and if you're interested in them, just proceed with caution and know about all the fees that you're gonna get hit with upfront. One girl I do know does have a steady paying, just one steady paying client on Upwork that pays like $900 a month for a reoccurring job. And so again, just be aware of the fees and just be aware of the rules that you'll have to follow with joining one of these websites. They're extremely popular. There's a lot of opportunity for jobs, but you will get hit with those fees. And just one more note before we dive back into the rest of the freelance writing websites, just keep in mind that your pitch is extremely important. So meaning you're gonna have to probably pitch to editors, or when you apply for a job, it's important. So you just have to understand, to get very personal to, if you really want this job, you're gonna have to go onto these websites and do your own research, subscribe to the newsletter, actually understand what their content is about, follow them on Instagram and social media to get a taste of how their branding is, their voice, who their audience is, and stuff like that, so that when you go to pitch, it's like, okay, you didn't just find the job online and submit a generic application like you do to everyone else. It's really important that you make these pitches personal so that your application can stand out above the rest. So that's what I have to say about pitching. And then let me tell you, here's the emails that go into the trash right away. Those companies that pitch me and they spell my name wrong, if I can tell if it's a generic email like, hey, we love your YouTube channel. Okay, you probably love a lot of YouTube channels. What specifically do you love about mine? All right, and so if they tell me something like, man, I remember in a video you told your story about this, X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, oh, so they actually give a damn. So just a little bit of 2 cents about your pitch to these websites and applying for a blog post. And by the way, if you are looking to build a portfolio website and to have all of your projects, all of your work, and have a quick way to show your body of work as a freelancer, whether you're a writer or another type of freelancer, go ahead and check out, I'll leave a link in the description to a previous video I made about creating a portfolio website. I'll leave that. It's a really great resource, because if you're looking to take this freelancing career or side hustle or whatever you want to call it, an online business, seriously, you'll want a home for your body of work. And that is a great thing to include in your pitch if you are wanting to get into the freelance writing world. So now if you're interested in something with a little bit more substance, let's talk about getting paid for your advice, aka consulting. So if you are interested in getting paid for your advice, your professional advice, something that I love this one, this can realistically replace the 9-to-5 income you might be earning right now. It's not uncommon for you to start earning between $2,000 to $5,000 within the first couple months of doing this. So let's take a look at some of these websites where you can start your consulting career.
Okay, so we're talking about consulting websites where you can get paid for the knowledge you have. If you go to justanswer.com, this is a cool one where consultants say they earn an average of $2K to $7K a month just for giving out their advice, and it's free to sign up. To apply to become an expert, you can simply do it by coming here and entering in this information, and if you scroll down, you could learn more about how it works. So making money doing what you love, work anywhere, anytime online, work as much or as little as you want. We welcome all types of experts, so not just maybe if you have business expertise, but it seems like if you have academic expertise, this is the place to go. So here's the application process. Applying online, they do a background check, and you can start making money. The next one is clarity.fm. I like this one because you get to determine how much money you make per minute. So you can find an expert, but of course we want to be an expert. So you would simply fill out this information on Clarity, join now, it's free. And the cool thing is you get to say how much you want to get paid per minute. So you get paid per minute on this website. You know, maybe you can start off with 25 cents a minute, then it goes up to $4 a minute. You decide, and you know, as you get more and more clients and more reviews, you could increase your prices. Here's another one called Call Me For. Another way that you can get expert advice and become an expert and get paid. So with this next category, we are talking about user testing and helping websites and companies making sure that everything on their website is functioning correctly and the usability, download times, whatever it is. In or on Nevo.ai, this is simply a website where you can get paid to help companies shape the future. So helping with artificial intelligence. Meet Nevo. Really, you sign up, you do the task, and you get paid. What you'll need to do. So artificial intelligence needs to be trained by humans like you in order to work accurately. So you'll be helping by doing some tests where you help identify different objects like street lights, buses, cars, and just making things, you know, you're judging it as a human. So in theory, it's making artificial intelligence stronger and stronger, which is kind of scary, but hey, you can get paid to do it. So this is all you'll need to do it. And then if we go to the next place where you could do some more testing, userlytics.com. And so this one, you'll get paid between $5 to $20 per test. And this is just mostly evaluating websites and seeing how easy it is to find things. So how easy it was to find the contact us section and stuff like that. So really, they need your advice on that type of thing. So that is what Userlytics is all about. Usability Hub is a similar website and a similar idea. With this one, you do need to be qualified or have some type of idea on the test you're doing. Basically meaning you can't just come on here and do all kinds of tests or every single test that you see. They do want to make sure that your background and what you have going on makes sense. So in my mind, that's a way to get paid more because it's not just any test. It's a test that you actually have knowledge with doing.
Okay, so the next category of websites that we're talking about today has everything to do with digital assets, photos, and media. And that next website is called Shutterstock, where if you have a bunch of photos lying around, which you know you do, they don't even have to be from a 4K camera, a Canon, you know, any of these nice photos. But if you have good photos in your camera roll, and just stored somewhere that you're not making passive income from already, then I guarantee you'll want to put those photos on Shutterstock because people need these photos to use, you know, in their own business. And the next website is called InVideo Elements. Now, InVideo Elements, I personally love. There's so many digital assets on there, from logos, different video templates, animations, and you could even create things on there like presentation templates. Whatever type of template you want in the video and photo world, it's on InVideo Elements. So definitely you can be a contributor to Envato Elements and start selling your digital, photography, images, logos, stuff like that, and start creating passive income from these digital assets. And the next website, if you're into audio, if you're a beat maker, if you like making music, wherever you work, whether it's in an office or at home, I'm sure you've Googled like lo-fi beats, study music, music to concentrate, music to relax. So if you know how to create content-free music, artlist.io is a great option for you where you can make a good amount of money. I know one YouTuber who was a beat maker and his audience and traffic has nothing to do with the traffic and the sales he gets on Artlist, but he made, I think, $10,000 in a year from all of his downloads. Now that's really cool to have an extra 10K a year just passively for a song or a beat that you just created one time. Okay, so earlier we talked about consulting and leveraging your expertise to hop on the phone and talk to people and help solve their problems. But what if your expertise isn't so corporate, it isn't so business centered? Well, guess what? If it's more academic, then you can definitely help people with online tutoring and helping students or people that need help in a certain academic topic solve their problems, and you can get paid for it. And online tutoring could be a great way for you to go.
Okay, so let's start some of these online tutoring gigs. The first one is schoolsolver.com, where you can get paid to be a tutor and to answer different homework style questions. And the next one is tutor.com. So you will be matched with a student depending on your expertise and what kind of questions they have. So there's no need to market yourself. It's really cool. All of the traffic is already here and you can get started for free to becoming a tutor on tutor.com. And if you are into wanting to teach English online, which I have several friends that have done it and are doing it and make a full-time living with doing this, Palfish is a great one. Here's an overview of you as a potential Palfish teacher. You can set your own rates. Most of these kids in Palfish, I think, are based in China. So the hours may be, where you have to get up really early or stay up really late. But, you get the choice of either a pre-designed curriculum from Palfish. You can earn up to $22 an hour or more, and plus bonuses. So Palfish is a really cool one.
Well, congratulations and high five. We've made it to the end of the video, but don't go so quickly because I guarantee if you love this video, you're gonna want to know the information coming up in the next video, which talks about more websites, more methods to creating wealth online. You're gonna wanna check it out. Join me in the next video, click right here, and we'll see you there. Whether you're living la vida loca, traveling all around the world, playing in the water, playing in the waves, or whether you're stuck at home in quarantine, wanting to make